Look, I'm about to talk myself out of a commission check, but if you're considering moving to Columbus, Ohio, someone really needs to tell you the truth before you make a $500,000 mistake. Because here's what no one is telling you. Columbus isn't for everyone, and the people who move here unprepared, they're the ones calling me 18 months later asking me how fast they can get out. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the 5 brutal, honest reasons why Columbus might be the wrong move for you. And if you make it to the end and you're still interested, I've got a gift for you. Look, here's the thing. I'd rather lose your business now than have you move here and hate it, because that doesn't help you out. And honestly, it doesn't help me out either. So let's get into it. And we're also going to look at market data that combines both 2024 and 2025. So you know that it's combining logos, pathos, and ethos. It's not opinion. All right, let's start with the thing that drives more people out of Columbus than anything else, the weather. But look, we're not just talking about basic things. You know it's going to be cold, and you know that it's going to have a lot of grayness. But here's something that no one actually tells you. Columbus has 174 days of sunshine. The national average is 205. But it's not the raw numbers. It's about timing. November through March, you're looking at weeks where you will not see the sun. Not just cloudy, I mean the sun literally doesn't break through. You wake up in the dark and you drive to work in the gray and you leave work in the dark. It's like living inside of a Tupperware container. And this week and last week in particularity, in the weeks of December and January, have been atrocious. We're talking about weathers that feel -20, -15 degrees. People literally have not been able to leave their home. It's been insane. But all of these things that you need to understand are very prevalent for a few specific reasons. Number one, if you're moving here from places like Texas, California, Arizona, or Florida, which a lot of people are, this is going to hit you like a freight train. Because look, you're not just dealing with the cold, you're dealing with seasonal affective disorder. Here's the thing that really just catches everyone off guard: the spring thaw. March and April in Columbus are just brutal. Everything is brown, it's muddy, it's dead looking. The trees don't leaf out until April or early May, so you're waiting for spring and waiting and waiting. And then all of a sudden it's 85 degrees in May and you've skipped spring entirely. People who thrive here are a few specific groups of people. People that grew up in the Midwest that understand the deal. People that have hobbies that keep them busy and indoors, like gaming, reading, or crafting. People that actually embrace the winter weathers, that are decent at skiing unlike me, and we've actually got some decent slopes within 90 minutes away. People that use the winter weather and months to travel somewhere warm. But if you need sunshine to function, and if your mood is directly tied to blue skies, if you've never experienced a real winter and you think, I'm just gonna bundle up, Columbus is going to break you. Now, I came from New York. I love Columbus. I think it's sunshiny every single day. But there's also weeks like this week and last week where I just wanted to pack my bags and get out. Look, I've had clients of mine that have called us from Phoenix that I've said, wait before you buy, experience the weather. These are people that thought they wanted 4 seasons, and it turns out they wanted the idea of 4 seasons, not the reality of it. And look, this is more prevalent than you think it is. And here's the kicker that no one actually mentions. The freeze-thaw cycle destroys your car. You're not just dealing with the snow, you're dealing with salt, potholes that actually swallow a motorcycle, and roads that turn into obstacle courses every February. If you're driving a low-clearance sports car or you're precious about your vehicle, yeah, this is going to add another layer of frustration. Also, I would very, very strongly recommend not having anything that's rear-wheel drive. At least get front or get all. So reason number one, if you're a sunshine person, Columbus will test you. And if you're not prepared for that test, you're going to fail. Now look, this is something that is a little obvious for people, but stick around. 4 and 5, I've literally never heard people mention. And if you don't understand reason number 4, and if you cannot survive that, it doesn't make sense to move to Columbus. I'll tell you right now. But let's talk about reason number 2 first. The traffic is getting exponentially worse. Look, Columbus's traffic isn't as bad as LA, it's not as bad as Miami, but it's quietly becoming a nightmare. And no one's talking about it because we're all kind of in denial. Look, here's what the data actually shows. From 2020 to 2024, closed sales increased 4.2%, while inventory shot up 23.2%. We're going to talk about this. New listings jumped 7.9%. Translation, more people are moving here and the infrastructure isn't keeping up. Now look, we're not Atlanta or LA yet, but here's the problem. Columbus is reaching that tipping point where the traffic goes from annoying to quality of life destroyer. And ironically, Columbus is actually 20-25 minute city. You can get everywhere, but not really. Let me give you the real picture of what rush hour actually looks like. The 270 Outer Belt. This thing's a parking lot from 7 to 9 and from 4:30 to 6:30. The east side of Easton, you want to forget about it. The west side near Hilliard and Grove City. It's getting worse every single month. And they keep building, which means it's going to keep getting worse. 315 north-south. If you're commuting from Delaware County to downtown or vice versa, you're looking at 45 to 60 minutes each way during rush hour. It's not a commute. That's 10 hours a week in your car. That's 520 hours a year. That's almost 21 full days of your life in traffic annually. 71 north through Polaris is something that we need to speak about because that used to be the breeze. Now it's backed up from Gemini Place all the way to 36/37 every single afternoon. The Polaris Place has exploded with development and roads that just cannot handle it. And after it being sold, yeah, it's been pretty crazy. 161 East and West is also something that you need to consider. If you're trying to get from New Albany to Dublin during rush hour, you're going to have a bad time. This corridor is packed and there's really no relief coming. Look, here's the thing that's insidious about Columbus traffic. It's not consistent. Some days you're going to cruise through, other days you're going to hit an accident and add 40 minutes to your commute. There's no reliable transit alternative either. The bus system exists, but it's not practical yet for most commuters. There isn't light rail and you're stuck with your car. Now here's some hidden taxes that no one actually adds up because this is imperative. If you're commuting 45 minutes each way, that's 7.5 hours a week, that's 390 hours a year. If you value your time at $25 an hour, it should be worth way more, by the way. That's $9,750 you lost in value annually. Over 5 years, that's $48,750, and over 10 years, that's $97,500. That's a lot of money. Yeah. So when you're housing shopping and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'll just deal with the commute and save $50,000 on this housing price, you're not saving anything. You're financing your own misery on the installment plan. The people who win in Columbus are the ones who buy close to where they work or have remote flexibility. Look, here's the thing. Is our traffic disgustingly bad? Yes and no. It's bad during those specific times. I've made videos surrounding this notion a lot, and people say, well, in this one video, you say it's great. In this one video, you said it sucked. Which is it? And it's both. It's the fact that during certain periods of time, it's terrible. Another period of time, it's not. Which is why I go to Costco at 1:30 p.m. every week, because no one is there on a Wednesday. So if you can start thinking like that, it's going to help you win. For example, if your job is downtown and you're looking at Powell because it's pretty, which it is, it is, you're going to regret it to a degree. To a degree. Please don't come at me in the comments. I know a lot of people that live in Powell and love Powell. I love Powell too. Love Powell. Look, if your job is in Easton and you're looking at Grove City because it's affordable, that commute is going to age you. And here's a brutal truth. It's only going to get worse. Columbus is adding population faster than infrastructure. So if traffic annoys you now, just wait. Look, reason number 3 is this. And again, it's so important that you understand. Columbus looks affordable on paper, but it can easily make you overpay by $50,000 to $100,000 if you don't understand micro market dynamics. Now, Gagan, what does that actually mean? Well, here's what I'm talking about. The overall median sale price as of completed 2024 and 2025 hovered around that $325,000 number. It sounds reasonable, but that number is meaningless because Columbus isn't just one market, it's 50 different micro markets that have this insane price gap. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. The Dublin trap, for example. Dublin Corp's median price point is around $530,000. Dublin City School District median price point is $610,000. Here's what no one is telling you. Dublin Corp boundaries include parts of 3 different city school districts: Dublin, Hilliard, and Columbus City Schools. If you're not paying attention, you'll buy in Dublin and think you're getting Dublin schools and you'll end up in Columbus City Schools. You're paying $150,000 premium for a zip code and you're not getting what you want. It is imperative that you understand this. The second thing is the Westerville boundary game. Westerville Corp closed 1,104 homes in 2024 with a median sales price of $355,300. But Westerville touches 3 different school districts. You can buy in Westerville City Schools, which is a solid district, Worthington City School, which is a premium district, or Columbus City School, which is, it's working on itself. And again, this isn't according to me, this is all according to niche.com and the research that we've done. All of these should be on the screen as we're talking about it. If you don't verify which district you're in, you're going to pay Westerville prices and get Columbus City Schools. That's a $100,000 mistake that you can make. There's also the New Albany illusion. New Albany Corp median sales price dropped 12.8% in 2024, with an average sale price dropping of 16.3%. It sounds like a buying opportunity. But is it? That's statistical noise from the ultra-luxury segment mixing in with new construction. The $1 million homes are sitting longer, the $600,000 to $800,000 homes are moving fast. You're going to think the market has softened when it hasn't. Look, here is the pattern that's going to cost you money and why I believe this video is going to be so valuable. Areas with explosive growth in new listings aren't necessarily cooling off. They're segmenting. So for example, if we look at the Jonathan Adler local school district, Plain City, new listings are up 84.6%. You heard that number right. Closed sales are up 34.8%. That's not cooling. That's supply surging, meeting demand. Because new construction is a frenzy in Plain City right now. Buyers who understand this are getting a deal. Buyers who are panicking are overpaying. Let me talk to you about a sneaky trap, something that most people don't mention, but you absolutely need to understand. The PID, MUD, and HOA trap. You're looking at 2 identical homes. One is $320,000, one is $340,000. You think you're saving $20,000 on the cheaper one, yeah? But the $320,000 one has $150 in HOA fees, $180 in MUD and PID, $2,400 a year extra property taxes. That's $330,000 a month, by the way, or $3,960 a year. Over 10 years, that's $39,600 extra cost after you thought you saved $20,000. The people who are getting crushed in Columbus are the ones who shop by Zillow prices and never dig deeper. The people who win are the ones that understand school district boundaries versus city township boundaries. MUD, PID, and HOA impacts on monthly payments, micro market inventory trends, commute realities. Look, if you're not willing to do that homework or hire someone that will, you're going to overpay. Period. Now look, I don't say this to scare you, but if all of this sounds scary or a lot, it is. And you shouldn't have to do it alone. This is exactly what my team and I do. We help people find the property that they want, at the terms that they want, at the price that they want. And we're pretty good at our jobs. Look, all of our contact information is down in the description below. Give us a call. Shoot us a text. Let's work together on this. As much as we love making these videos, we'd love the opportunity to help you go exactly where you need to go. Don't do this alone. It's a scary, honestly confusing journey. Let's do it together. Look, reason number 4 is this right here. The school district obsession in Columbus it's exhausting, man. And look, if you get caught up in it, you're gonna make a terrible decision. Here is the truth. Columbus, according to niche.com and our clients and the websites that we're searching from, has amazing schools. Olentangy, Dublin, New Albany, Upper Arlington, Bexley, Worthington. They're legitimate schools, high-performing districts, all according to these websites. But the amount of mental energy people spend trying to get into these districts and the financial sacrifices that they make, it borders on insanity. Okay, let me give you a real life example of what I'm talking about. A comparable 4-bedroom, 2,500 square foot home in Columbus is $280,000. In Grove City, it's $320,000. In Hilliard, it's $375,000. In Olentangy, it's $460,000. In New Albany, it's $650,000 plus. You're paying $50,000 to $370,000 extra for a school district name. Now, was it even worth it? Maybe. It's not up to me to decide, it's up to you. But here's what no one is telling you. The quality gap between amazing districts and solid districts, it's smaller than the price actually suggests. Pickerton Local is a solid district. Hannah Jefferson is a good district. Westerville is an amazing district. Cornell Winchester is an improving, rapid district. Big Walnut is an excellent district, flying under the radar. But parents in Columbus treat anything outside of the top 5 like it's a disaster, and it creates a pricing bubble in the elite districts that just don't match reality. And here's the thing that drives people nuts. The school district hysteria creates bidding wars for mediocre homes in good districts, while great houses in okay districts sit. I've seen buyers pay over $420,000 for an 1,800 square foot home with no updates in Latentia schools when they could have gotten a 2,500 square foot new build in Pickerington for $380. They're paying $40 more for 700 fewer square feet because they're terrified of the wrong schools. Now look, here is the brutal reality behind this. If you're a remote worker or your kids are thriving regardless of the school, you're subsidizing insanity for no reason. The people that win here are the ones that actually visit the schools and talk to the parents instead of just looking at the rankings, that understand that great schools exist everywhere, and it's not about the schools, it's about the teacher, it's about the people there. They realize that their involvement matters more than just the district's name. They don't overextend financially just to get a specific zip code. Like if you're coming from out of state and you're going off what great schools rating says or what niche.com says, you're going to get caught up in the hysteria, overpay, and wonder why your payment is $600 a month higher than you intended it to be. So if you're the type who obsesses about specific districts and makes it your entire personality, Columbus is going to stress you out, because the school district war, it's real, but it's also exhausting. And look, I'm not telling you that this is good. I'm not telling you that this is bad. We are advisors. I don't believe in forcing people onto a location. I believe in telling you what we're seeing from ourselves and our clients. It's up to you to make that decision. Are we helping clients right now look in Dublin and New Albany and Powell? Yes. Are we helping people look in Pickerington, in Reynoldsburg, and Pataskala? Yes. Are certain people looking in the city of Columbus? Yes. Because our job isn't to discriminate you based on your price, your location, or the amenities that you want. My job is to help you find that perfect property. So please don't take this as us saying go here or don't go there, because that's not what we want to do, and we can't do that. I'm simply telling you the anecdotes from the clients that we've worked with. All of these markets are amazing, but what makes them amazing is the people living there. People like you who will change what needs to be changed and love what needs to be loved. But let's talk about the 5th thing, and this is the one that makes people the angriest. I told you, 4 and 5 are crazy. Columbus has no cohesive identity, and that lack of theirs makes it feel soulless if you don't actually create conversations. Here's what I mean. Okay. Columbus is a great city for people who will create their own adventures, but if you're expecting the city to hand you a vibrant culture and built-in social scene, you're going to be disappointed. Let's use Austin as an example. You're instantly part of the Austin culture. Live music, food trucks, weirdness, keeping Austin weird, all of it. The city has an identity. If you're moving to Nashville, for example, you're part of the music scene, the honk tonks, the southern hospitality vibes. If you're moving to Denver, you're immediately adjacent to outdoor culture, skiing, hiking, mountain towns. Columbus? What is Columbus? A college town? A test market for national chains? The city where corporate headquarters quietly exist? I don't know. What is it? There is no central identity for Columbus. The short north is cool, but it's small. The German village is charming. Man, is it expensive. The arena district exists, but it's not enough to anchor the entire city. And look, this is the part right here that drives people insane. Columbus's sprawl, it's hard. You've got suburbs stretching 30 miles in each direction. You've got everything that blends together. Powell, Dublin, Hilliard, Grove City, Pickerington, New Albany, they're just there. Places with homes and with strip malls. There's no central gathering place. There's no iconic skyline. There's no unique geography. It's just flat. There's no signature cuisine unless you count the chili, which is Cincinnati. So look, if you're someone that thrives on an organic city culture and serendipitous interactions, Columbus is gonna feel very, very hollow. The people who love Columbus are the ones that build community through hobbies, cultures, churches, sports leagues, that appreciate that understandableness and lack of pretentiousness, the value, affordability, and practicality over the cool factor, that don't need the city to provide their identity. But if you're moving here and expecting Columbus to be something, you're going to be disappointed, because what changes in Columbus isn't Columbus, it's you. Columbus is a blank canvas. Some people love it, other people find it depressing. And honestly, if you need constant stimulation, cultural landmarks, unique neighborhoods, iconic food scenes, geographic beauties, or a city with strong personality, I'm sorry, it's not us. It's a great place to raise your kids in the suburbs. It's a great place to build quietly and have stable lifestyles. It's a great place where making $75,000 to $150,000 gives you an amazing home, but it's not Austin, it's not Nashville, and it's not Denver. And if you're coming here expecting that energy, you're going to be let down. So there you have it, but let's also talk about who thrives here. The people that will struggle are the ones that understand the weather will test your mental health. The traffic is getting exponentially worse. You're going to overpay if you don't understand micro markets, the school districts, and the war between them is exhausting. And there is no one thing. But look, here is the thing. If you've made it this far and you're still interested, you might actually be perfect for Columbus, because the people who thrive here are the ones that understand a few things. And the people who thrive here are my kind of people. People who value stability over flash, prioritize family and community over nightlife, can handle seasonal weather changes, are strategic about where they live relative to work, that don't need the city to provide their identity, that understand real estate as a strategic asset and not just as a purchase. Here is what no one tells you. Columbus is quietly one of the best wealth-building markets in the Midwest, if you play your cards right. Median price appreciation has been far steady compared to other markets, 5.9% in 2024. Inventory is normalizing, which means negotiation power is in your hand. Days on market has increased 18.5 days year over year through September, which means you're not fighting 15 offers on every single house. Look, if you're strategic about a few things, about buying in emerging markets, about avoiding school district tax premiums, about locking in properties near stable employment centers, about understanding the commute quality of life trade-off, you can build serious wealth here and maintain a reasonable cost of living. So here's my challenge. Don't move to Columbus because it's affordable or because you got a job here and you're just gonna go with it. Move here because you've thought through these 5 reasons and you decided that none of them are deal breakers for you. And look, if you've still decided that you are making that move to Columbus, Ohio, again, give us a call, shoot us a text. If you're living in Columbus and you're like, hey, it's time for me to buy that house, give us a call, shoot us that text. All of our contact information is in the down description below and pinned to the top of the comments. But look, I actually have a secret. I have a masterclass, a 6-hour-long video that talks about every single thing about Columbus, Ohio. I'm gonna put that video right here, watch it, and I'll see you soon.